I'm Theresa Grant and I'm the Strategic Delivery Director for Future Northants programme, and I'm also Chief Executive of Northamptonshire County Council. My role is to deliver the 2 new unitary councils for April of next year and to lead that programme. Clearly, COVID has been at the forefront of all of our lives for the last weeks and months, and that has to be our priority. And as 8 organisations within Northamptonshire, the 8 councils, districts and boroughs and county, we have responded to that crisis, and all of our staff have ensured that residents are our first priority. And I'm very proud of the achievements that they've had to date. COVID, of course, has impacted on our unitary programme, and we've had to review how we're going to deliver that for next year. Government postponed elections in May this year to May next year and have nominated shadow authorities and also shadow executives, including leaders and deputy leaders. So that will give us our governance in place, ready to move forward to deliver the unitaries. The shadow authorities will have their inaugural meetings in the West on the 2nd of June and in the North on the 4th of June, where they will adopt their constitution. They won't be responsible for delivering services, but they are responsible collectively for delivering the 2 new unitary councils for April next year. It's a very exciting time for Northamptonshire, despite the challenges that COVID has brought, and that has managed to bring us together even more and more cohesively as a unit, working collaboratively with our partner organisations to ensure that our residents are fully protected. So this brings us to a really good position to deliver our 2 new unitaries for next year, building on all of that experience, lessons learned and good practice that we've seen come out of our COVID crisis. So I think we can deliver for next year 2 even better unitary councils than we set out to do initially. So I'm looking forward to the future and to the great opportunities for Northamptonshire, its residents and its staff. Thank you.
My name's Russell Roberts and I'm the leader of the Northamptonshire Unitary Shadow Authority. I'm also the leader of Kettering Borough Council, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for all the hard work that you've been doing over the last few weeks fighting the coronavirus. In addition to all of that, you've got to plan for the future, and that means we've got to plan for the new unitary. Now in the North, we've got a very good track record of working together for many years. So I know that we'll come together and be able to achieve this safe and legal with a bit of plus. The plus is the work that we've been doing with our strategic partners. We've come together to work together over the last few weeks, and we can now work together in the future to make the services for the people of Northamptonshire better.
Hi, I'm McCord, the leader of the West Northamptonshire Shadow Authority and currently the leader of South Northamptonshire Council. Tackling the coronavirus pandemic is our #1 priority, and we need to ensure we continue to support residents and businesses through this difficult and challenging time. The new approach we're taking to local government reform is called Safe and Legal Plus. We have to ensure that all of the services that we have to provide by law continue on day 1. And that means bins have to be collected and home helps have to attend if you need help and care. Despite the pandemic, we're continuing to improve services, particularly in those key areas of adult social care and the NHS. A lot of good work has been done before, and a lot of fantastic work has been done during the pandemic. We need to carry on and harness that and ensure that all of that improvement is not lost. What's most important is that you continue to get the services you rely on every day and every week. Bins will continue to be emptied, home helps will continue to help you out when you need it. That is my commitment to you, our residents, our businesses and our staff.
Hi, my name's Paul Helsby. Welcome to the engine room. This is the hub of where we're doing all the work behind the scenes to set up the two new unitary authorities by April 21. And there's a lot of work goes on behind the scenes. My vision for day one for residents is that they won't really notice anything different, that they'll be able to access the same services as they did the day before, and it all runs seamlessly. Of course, to make that happen, there is a lot of work to be done behind the scenes. And we've had to respond to the health crisis with COVID-19. Before the lockdown, this room was used by elected members, parish and town councillors. We had lots of people coming through here. We had officers working through the designs of the services. And we've had to pause that, and we've had to reflect what's happened and move on the basis that we now have an approach to make sure that we are delivering services on day one. And in this room, you'll see a lot of the work that's going on behind the scenes. What we do want to do is transform as much of the services as possible before day one, but there will be lots of transformation work that goes beyond vesting day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we've been given to really join up public services in Northamptonshire. And there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, particularly in adult social care. We've accelerated a lot of things, working with partners. Through this pandemic, we've learnt lots about the ways that we can all work together, and it's been really positive how we've all responded. And we need to take that learning forward into how we deliver services in the future. So there's a lot of transformation work going on in adult social care. And of course, we've got children's social care and education as well, which is a really important facet of the programme. Within all this, we're creating a children's trust as well that will go live before or on vesting day as well, which will enable services to be provided for children across the whole of Northamptonshire through a single organisation focused on those outcomes for children. So typically a unitary authority has about 900 statutory responsibilities, and those are typically provided through about 120 functions that reside in those local authorities. At the moment, with the two-tier system, those responsibilities are split. So the county council has some of those responsibilities, and the districts and boroughs have also some of those responsibilities, but they tend to be different. And one of the opportunities that we have through local government reorganisation in the Future Northants programme is to seamlessly bring those services together so they work better for residents, that we can remove waste from the system, that means that we can focus on priority outcomes for our residents. Well, one of the ways that this comes together and where most people interact with local authority services is in place within those communities that services are directly provided to, whether they were health services with our partners in adult social care, children's services, where people interact with customer services. All those kinds of things happen in places, in communities. It's really important that that continues. So we've got a programme called Place where we focused on those things and how those services are delivered to residents in the future, and how we can make sure that they are seamless and improved from the residents' perspective. That's the front-facing part of our work, but there's a lot of work goes on behind the scenes to make sure that those residents that access those services at the front line can access those services seamlessly. Some of the systems, the IT, the information technology, our computer systems that generate that ability to work seamlessly is another big part of the programme. One of the front-facing aspects of our technology is how we interact with customers and making the most use of digital technology so that it's a 24/7 economy where residents can access services at the time of day that they want to access services, not when we're around to deliver them. So making them more accessible is a significant part of this programme, and how we do that over the coming years. And that's all in our kind of customer and digital programme, how you'll see new websites when we go live, but what will work behind the scenes is when you click on one of those hyperlinks that the services work seamlessly behind that is critical to this.